And I'm hoping that the capture will work, but let's see. Fingers crossed. I've never seen the anime, so I don't know how it works. But let's see. Is the sound coming through? The sound is coming through. I'm seeing little green bars. So I think we're in business. The problem with this is I don't even know where I am. All right, load, and we'll get started. I'm trying to remember what had happened last time. So I think we had jumped word line with the intention to jump word line twice at this point. I'm just grabbing my notebook because, goddamn, this game requires me to like actually write things down. So this is the word line after Moika mentioned something about her phone, right? And she was like disappointed in her new phone, so she wrote to herself, or at least that's what she told us. And then she wrote to herself in the past to not get the new phone. And as a result, it seems like she was never added as a lab member into the in the new word line. So yeah, I don't think we're super far. I'll be honest, I don't think we're super far, but I'm curious as to, I'm pretty sure this is, I should have like gone back and did a quick count as to like what's going on, but I think that's our second word line voluntarily. And Lukako here is a boy, so oh god, beautiful feminine boy, love it. Is the sound balance okay? I hope it is. It might even be a little too quiet, right? Maybe I need to turn it up a little bit. Let's try that. In order to tell Lukako's mother to eat a lot of vegetables, we need to send a D-mail to 10 months before Lukako was born, meaning we have to send it to 1992. So, okay, I'm getting reminders as to what happened now. So more than a week ago now, close to 2 weeks ago by this point, the last time that we were playing Steins Gate, is there was like a little bit of a fan service segment with Lukako, but basically we're trying to find ways to like test consistently how we can change the past, right? So we started out with sending the number to a lottery ticket to the past, and then jumped world line as a result. Didn't win the lottery, right? But that's our life. And then the second time that we tried it was the Moika thing, where she sent a text to herself to not buy the newest phone. We don't know the result of that yet, but we know that it impacted the world line in a way that she was not part of the lab members. And then I think now this time what we're trying to do is Lukako here would like to be female. He thinks that he doesn't like the way that he looks or feels. He feels more confident in feminine clothing, and he would like to be female. And so in Japan, I guess, there's this belief that like if you eat a lot of meat when you're pregnant, you're gonna have a boy, and if you have a lot of vegetables, you're gonna have a girl. And so they're trying to send a text back to his mom 10 years ago to tell her to eat a lot of vegetables so that she could give birth to a girl instead of a boy. And that's the sort of the intelligence that we're dealing with right now. So of course the first thought that crosses my mind is, can we even send emails to back then? Like a Zybin thing? But we shall see. Let's go. Thank you, Rintaro. That was my first thought too. Looks like Chris and Daru figured it out. Daru goes to Google it. Mm-hmm. Let alone the whole text mailing thing, right? Oh. The funny thing about like the voiceover in this game is Lukaku's voice is so soft that like you can barely hear it over the music. Some way to receive the email in an era where cell phones weren't yet widespread. The game audio is really low. I can bring it up a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Is that better? Waves that only crazy girls can pick up, you know, girls who always talk about stuff no one understands. It's pretty moe. What? Oh, I like it. Okay, Daru, just chill. Well, how would I know to? Oh, Mayuri. こうなったらあれだ。ルカシが雷に打たれるとか、それで性別転換。古臭いコミックとかアニメで手垢がついてそうだけど。D メールを使わなきゃ実験の意味ないでしょ。脱線しないで。じゃあ、クリスさんのナイスアイデアにマヨシーは期待です。私はそうね。高速を事情倍ほど上回るロケットを開発すれば、あまりの速さに時間が逆行してとか。Mayuri is the smoothest brain, but I love her. She has at most one brain cell, and I love it. She is best girl in my opinion, Mayuri. I know a lot of people love Kurisu, but Mayuri is best girl in my opinion.
自分だって電話レンジのこと念頭に置いてないじゃんか。
しかもこの天才少女も今自ら相対性理論を否定したぞ。
単なる冗談でしょ。本気にしないで。
まったくどいつもこいつも使えないな。
だったら自称 IQ170 の灰色の脳細胞狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法王院さん、代案をどうぞ。
Whose brain cells are coveted the world over. Oh my gosh.
頭の片隅でひらめきつつあるぞ。
ひらめけ。
The neurons are firing. The sensation. Yes, my natural mad scientist inspiration is about to explode.
思いついた。
All eyes focus on me. With a broad grin, I proclaim,
携帯がなければポケベルに送ればいいじゃない。
oh my god, a pager. Alright. Tips. Ready? Pager. Pocket bell. Oh, pocket-beru. An early method of receiving wireless messages. Service in Japan started around 1968. After support for text data was added in the 1990s, pagers grew in popularity among high school girls. However, pagers were soon replaced by cellular phones. Pager service was terminated in 2007. That's a lot more recent than I thought. 2007? About 22 hours have passed since I made my mind-blowingly awesome proclamation.
こんにちは。
Oh, Luca is back in normal clothes. Well, his regular clothes. Luca enters the lab shyly, just as he did yesterday. He gives me a bashful smile when our eyes meet.
お母さん、ポケベルを持ってました。ああ、よかったね、ルカ君。これで前に進めるわね。
ルカシ女の子バージョンか。燃えるの確定。
Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru are already on standby. I have a lot of questions, probably. Like, would we still be friends after if Luca was born a girl? Sending a D-mail to a pager. Yesterday, we argued about whether it's even possible. Eventually, we settled on probably. Data is data, after all. The rest depends on the pager radio wave stationed 8 years ago. But it should be fine as long as our data gets through safely. We already Googled how to send data to a pager. For the pagers back then, you would first enter the other person's pager number. Then, if it's in the Kanto region, enter *2, *2. After that, you would enter the numbers to send. That's how it worked, apparently. Pagers in 1992 could still only send numbers. Phone numbers display functions were also yet to be implemented, so your pager was hidden from the other person by default, your number. A few years after that, pagers started to implement Japanese character displays, enabling functionalities similar to that of an email. Therefore, the D-mail Lukaku is about to send, it's technically not a mail though, has to be sent in numerical form. Naturally, I have a conversion table for that on hand. You went to a Japanese restaurant on Friday and had miso ramen. That's awesome. Ramen is amazing. You can find information even from 18 years ago if you just Google it. I was pretty worried by the lack of information on pagers at first, but that's my little secret.
漆原さ
Okarin
ん、
worried?
あとは過去のお母さんに向けての文章をあなた自身で考えて。僕がですか？
自分の夢を叶えたいなら自分自身で道を切り開くがいい。俺たちがしてやれるのはその強払い程度のことだけだ。
わかりました。
We explained to Lukako the function of the phone wave name subject to change. The numbers we're sending are 1-byte characters, so we can send 36 of them. The pager's number-to-letter conversion system uses 2 numbers to correspond to 1 Japanese character. Furthermore, since you first need to input start to, that means you can only send 16 hiragana characters. Lukako, understanding everything, takes out a notebook to begin writing drafts for the pager message. I show Lukako the site I found. It reads pager, number, and letter conversion. Pager typing is commonly known as two-touch typing or pager input. It's somewhat different from cell phone input. You choose the consonant and then input the vowel. The consonants are AKSTNHMYRW. The vowels are IUEO. Basically, to input K, you press 2 to input the consonant K, and then you press 4 to input the vowel E.
結構めんどいな。
It is
僕はてっきり
back then.
831831831って打てばいいんだとばかり思っていたよ。
どうして831なの
831で野菜じゃん上皇。野菜ってのをルカシのお母様の頭にすり込めばいいのかと。
そんなメッセージではいたずら扱いされるだけだ。
だったら
We got mail. Alright, let's check the mail.
っていうのは
You've got mail. Ferris. So Ferris is a maid cafe maid. I don't know how to say it otherwise. She's fun. Sign of increasing misfortune. Okay. No, he escaped, Nia. We don't need to. If we don't find him and kill him, misfortune will fall upon Akiba, Nia. His name is the end of tutorial. He's small and nimble, and he cries choo-choo, Nia. Come here quick. Ferris needs your help, Nia. Okay. I need to figure out where the hell this is on the flowchart so that I don't select the wrong thing. Oh my god. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Never mind. This one doesn't really matter, so we'll just pick whatever we'd like. He escaped. A rat? What kind of cat girl is afraid of rats? You disappoint me, Ferris Nyan Nyan. I can help, but it won't be cheap. Express disappointment. Okay. That was Ferris.
一応聞いてやるが、どういう意味だ？
肉。
But we don't want her to eat meat, right?
肉好きにさせてどうする？
違うよ。それだけ肉って連呼されたらね、逆にお肉見るのも嫌になって野菜を食べようって気になるかもしれないよ。
Oh, Mayuri.
あるわねえよ。
Lukaku completes his composition while we speak our nonsense. Yeah, it was nonsense.
どうでしょうか。母さん野菜をたくさん食べてね。
It was not her turn with the brain cell.
そのまますぎじゃね。
冒頭の母さんは不要だろう。余計な疑念を抱かせるだけだ。
じゃあ野菜をたくさん食べると女の子を産めます。
Maybe she doesn't want a girl.
ひねりすぎるのもね。それに文字数オーバーしてるわよ。
野菜食べると元気な子を産める。
Ah, that's pretty good.
ちょい待ち。この変換表によると濁点も数字2個で表現しないとダメっぽい。その文章だと半角4文字オーバーする。
ならば少し改変だ。野菜食うと元気な子を埋めるでどうだ？
言い方が下品じゃない？相手は漆原さんのお母さんでしょ？食うとの部分通じるかな？
ならば代案を出してもらおうか。
Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and says no more. Then settled. Alright, are we gonna jump war line again?
早速打ってみようよ。
When sending to a pager, the number encoded message is handled like a telephone number, so we enter the input into the X68000. That. The long, random-looking string of numbers is complete.
よし、準備万端 OK だ。
So it's August 6th, Friday. Now we just activate the phone wave name subject to change and have Lukaku call. The microwave timer is set to 15:41:52 seconds. It should arrive around January 1, 1993. The margin of error is around 1 to 3 days, I guess. Leap year calculation's a pain, so I ignored it. Oh, he's nervous. Lukaku's slender fingers start to tremble on top of the enter button.
いいか。起動するぞ。
Let's go. Lukaku looks at me with tears in his eyes, then nods faintly. Oh, the discharge phenomenon soon occurs. Lukaku flinches and takes a step back. Then I see determination flare in his eyes. He sets his jaw and pushes the enter button. What is it this time? 456903. That's Lukaku. I'm writing notes. Lukaku. Text to mom about girl eating vegetables. A wave of dizziness hits me again. I place a hand on the table to support myself. The dizziness slowly fades. Little by little, color returns to the world. Oh, we're still on Friday, August 6th. Reading Steiner activated again. Did the world line change? Yes, it did. Conversion number did change. I look around the room. Unlike what happened with Moeka, Lukaku is still here. He blushes when he notices my stare.
岡部さん、そんなに見ないでください。
What the heck is going on? Okay. I fold my arms and tilt my head. Lukaku's appearance hasn't changed a bit. I'm paying particular attention to his chest, and his chest and his chest. As a guy, it's natural for him to have no breasts. But if he's a girl now, then that's a different story. That washboard isn't tiny breast level, it's no breast level.
これは失敗か。
So the eat lots of vegetables to give birth to a girl thing Kurisu talked about was nothing but fringe science. What kind of scientist believes such a flimsy story anyway? Theory.
失敗って何が？
None of them remember what's going on. Okay. Everyone, including Lukako, looks at me in confusion.
何言って。お前たち、揃いも揃ってボケているのか？たった今、この電話レンジカッコ仮で。
I don't know how he keeps for... He doesn't believe that he's the only one. I slap a hand over my mouth as soon as I start talking. That was careless of me. As our previous experiments proved, the activation of reading Steiner means that the world line has changed. And I'm the only one who carries his memories through the change. Nobody else here knows what we did.
いや、なんでもない。
Afterwards, Mayuri and Lukako happily go out shopping for lunch at a neighborhood convenience store.
クリスティーナよ。一つ聞きたいのだが、ルカ子は。
今度はどんな変態的行為を考えてるんだ。あんたたち変態コンビは油断も隙もないな。
Yes, sir.
変態コンビじゃねえ。僕たちは変態紳士コンビだ。
どうでもいい。ほんと、どうでもいい。
Damn, I can't ask now. It's really annoying that no one remembers. I don't want to think about how Kurisu might react if I suddenly ask, is Lukako a girl? I should wait until I can get Lukako alone and check then. That's even worse. That's so much worse. But considering how his appearance hasn't changed at all, it's very unlikely that the sex change failed. It's very likely that it failed. In that case, what did Lukako's demale change? It's just like the Moika experiment. The result is different from what we expected. The real problem is that we have no control. After I leave the lab, I head to May Queen plus Nyan squared to think. Dalu sits in front of me, waiting impatiently for Ferris to bring our order.
ダルよ。D メールについてどう思う？
I mean, that's the question, right? Kai, check how.
すごいような、すごくないような。
すごくないと思う理由は？
Mayuri! Okay. I stopped by the store to buy some crunchy-kun since you said you wanted to eat them, but you're not even here. That's mean. I put them in the fridge, so eat them soon, okay? What's crunchy-kun? Wait, when did I say I wanted to eat crunchy-kun? Oh. So that's the difference. Okay. Crunchy-kun.
フェイリスタンとのライネット勝負の結果を改変できなかったお。
Now that's a selfish reason. So he tried it, right?
何度かの実験で分かったが、D メールの精度はまだ信頼できるレベルには達していない。運の要素が絡んでくるのは装置としては欠陥だ。 もっと送り手側がコントロールできるようにならなければ、実用性が低いままのガラクタに終わる。
For starters, there's the problem of how I'm the only one who can recognize the changes. Without my special power, we wouldn't even be able to check the results of the experiment. Ridiculous.
確かに結果出てないよな。ロト6当てるって件はどうなったん？
保留中だ。
Although it was Lukaku's mistake that cost us the prize, he wouldn't have been in a position to make that mistake if I hadn't asked him to buy the ticket in my stead. Why did I do that? It's as if Steins gaze guided the money away from my grasp. It's your fate, my friend. No, I need to think positive.
この法院京馬ともあろう男がそんなところでつまずいていられるものか。俺は諦めたりはしない。なぜなら俺がマッドサイエンティストだからだ。
言葉の意味はわからんが、とにかくすごい自信だ。
If anything, Okarin's good at is to seem confident.
あの電話レンジカッコ仮でゆくゆくは人間を、それも過去ばかりでなく未来にも向けて送り出すことができるように改良する。改良してみせる。いや、改良しなくてはならないのだ。
Alright.
それがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだからな。
Oh God, you... Okarin. Ferris is standing right next to me. Where the hell did she come from?
己フェイリス、盗み聞きとは卑劣な。
何言ってるのにゃ。京馬の声が大きすぎて店中に響き渡ってたにゃ。
What? No! Once again, I leaked classified information concerning the future of mankind. That seems to be a theme by this point, isn't it?
アイスコーヒーとアイスティーと猫まんまお待たせしましたにゃ。
Daru's order of cat food is one of the maid's cafe specialties. It's not the usual miso over rice, but a stylish risotto instead. It's one of Daru's favorites. It's actually pretty tasty. Ferris places the iced coffee in front of me.
ミルクとかむしろは入れますかにゃ。
断る。
そんな京馬には全部入れちゃうにゃ。脳には適度な糖分が必要にゃ。
Despite my refusal, Ferris pours all of the milk and syrup into my glass. Ew. Then, speaking some nonsense incantation, she mixes my iced coffee with the straw. Then the whole time, she stares straight into my eyes.
出た！これぞフェイリスさんの秘技。目を見て混ぜ混ぜだ。
This girl's sus. Daru starts explaining in excitement.
普通ならドリンクをこぼさないようにするだけでも大変なはずなのに、フェイリスさんはそれを平然とやってのける。そこにしびれる、憧れる。この秘技により、フェイリスさんはメイクインにおける人気ナンバーワンメイドとして君臨しているのだ。
The iced coffee in the glass changes from black to brown. Damn, she's dragging me into her pace again. Next, Ferris performs the same secret technique on Daru.
フェイリスさん、ありがとうございます。おいしくいただきます。
He bows deeply, such a polite man. I take a sip of my iced coffee. Its bitterness and sweetness flow down my throat. When I look up, I see Ferris standing next to me, her silver tray in front of her waist.
なんだ、何か用事か。
続きを聞かせるにゃ。京馬とダルにゃ面白そうなお話してたにゃ。タイムマシンがどうとかって。
Chit Cat! That's funny. Instead of chit chat, chit cat.
フェイリス、とっても期
She gives me a babyish look with upturned eyes, but I firmly reject her.
極秘事項だ。部外者には明かせん。
さっき店中に響き渡るぐらい大声で話してたのはどこの誰にゃ？
That is a very good point, Ferris.
ダルにゃー。フェイリスに教えてほしいにゃ。
She's targeting Daru now. Daru has no self-control. Don't underestimate him, Ferris Nyan Nyan. Daru is my most trustworthy right-hand man, the wizard-class super hacker. He won't be tricked into divulging classified information.
実はメールを各自送れるっていうすげえマシンを作ったんだお。主に僕が。
And he's broken. Women are scary.
それってつまりタイムマシンってことにゃ。
そういうことになるかな。
タイムマシンを作ったなんてすっごいにゃ。フェイリスはダルニャンの頭の良さにキュンキュンしそうだにゃ。
マジで？困ったな。
Dumbass, what's with that grin?
フェイリスはタイムマシンに乗って時間旅行するのが夢なのにゃ。
僕がいつか連れてってあげるよ。
だる、安請け合いするな。
ところで昔から疑問だったんやけど、時間ってどんなものなのかにゃ。
何？
よく時間を川に例えて過去から未来に向かって流れてるとか言うの。でも本当にそうなのかにゃ。もし川の流れだとして過去と未来に挟まれた現在はどこにあるのにゃ。それは点なのか線なのか、そもそもどこからどこまでが現在なのにゃ。
そういえば漠然と
That's very philosophical.
真面目に考えたことはないな。
現在は川の上に浮かぶ葉っぱだ。それは過去から未来へと流れに沿って動いていく。
そんじゃその葉っぱに全ての人間が乗ってるって考えればいいのかにゃ。死んだら葉っぱから落ちるってことになるのにゃ。
そういうことだろう。その葉っぱのある地点より川の上流は過去、下流が未来と定義できる。
ふにゃー。でもその葉っぱは人間にとっての現在にゃ。
というと？
人間が時間に単位を作って観測してるから葉っぱは現在だってわかるにゃ。けど例えば全宇宙すべての生き物が絶滅しちゃった世界だと現在を観測できる存在がいなくなっちゃうと思うのにゃ。その場合どこが現在になるのにゃ。
神様とか宇宙の意志とかが観測するんじゃね？
じゃあもしその神様が4次元的存在だとしたら過去にも未来にも自由に生きることになるにゃ。
Alright, let's read the tip. 4D science. Four-dimensional space-time is comprised of the three spatial dimensions plus the fourth dimension, time. Three-dimensional beings, like humans, can only move in the three spatial dimensions. A four-dimensional being would be able to move through time as easily as humans can move through air.
その神様の現在が基準になるならフェイリスたちの現在も過去方向に行ったり未来方向に行ったりしないとおかしいにゃ。
つまり現在は
Daru has like steam coming out of his ears right now.
と言いたいのか？
もしそうなら過去と未来も主観次第になっちゃうにゃ。もしタイムマシンでフェイリスが1週間前にタイムトラベルしたとしたら 京馬やダルニャンの現在とフェイリスの現在は1週間ずれちゃうにゃ。
そういえばそうだな。
He's so sad.
そのズレは
Look at his
葉っぱだ
face.
とどうやって表現するのにゃ。
Oh. He just wants a nice lunch. He was not prepared for this conversation. He just like, I just want moe and my cat food. And why am I here? She does make sense. There are times when Ferris like surprises me with how sharp she is. Neither Daru nor I has an answer to that. Hi, Linnea! You're still here. I hope you like visual novels. Perhaps nobody has an answer, just like the collapse of causality. I can't ever say that word correctly. Thing that Kurisu mentioned. Does that mean that time machines and time travel are impossible after all? But CERN's jellyfish test subjects physically travel as far back as 1921. Lurk, enjoy the lurk.
そもそも観測者の主観に委ねられるなら時計は関係なくなっちゃうのにゃ。楽しい時間は早く過ぎるし、辛い時は時間が過ぎるのが遅く感じるにゃ。つまり主観だと時間の流れは変動しちゃうにゃ。
そういえばさ、年を取るにつれて時間の流れって早くなってるような気がするよな。
It does, Daru. I was in denial that it's 2023 and yet we are already in March.
ジャネの法則だな。
It's painful. Janus Law? What? I didn't even know that was a thing. Janus Law, other. A perspective on the passage of time proposed by psychologist Janet. No last name, just Janet? For some reason, as one ages, time seems to pass by more quickly. For example, 1 year is 1/7 of a 7-year-old's life, but only 1/70th of a 70-year-old's life. By this reasoning, the subjective length of time is inversely proportional to age.
とまあ、フェイリスはたまにそんなことを考えてるのにゃ。だから安易に時間を川の流れに例えるのはちょっと違うような気がするのにゃ。
考えれば考えるほどこんがらがってきた罠。
I just realized, unlike the temple of Daru's face, it's like turning green. He's like ill. He's just like, no. Oh. The strict definition of time, similar to the question of where is the self, is one of humanity's eternal questions. Countless renowned scholars have left this question unanswered. There's no way amateurs like us can answer it. But there's one thing I can do.
Nya.
案ずるな。俺たちが開発するタイムマシンはそういう哲学的であったり物理学的考察など関係なく時空跳躍を可能にしてしまうのだな。そうだよな、ダル。
そうそう、そういうこと。
にゃー、開き直っちゃったにゃ。でもダルニャンたちの作ったタイムマシン、フェイリスも使ってみたいにゃ。ダメかにゃ。
Should have to be a lab member. Are we gonna have lab member number 7?
僕の権限ならフェイリスさんにも使わせてあげなくもないよ。
本当かにゃ。約束だにゃ。
Daru is fallen.
ダル、勝手なことをほざくな。
Ferris springs up with joy and hugs Daru's body. That's all it takes to make Daru look like he's died and gone to heaven. After killing some more time on May Queen, I leave Daru and head back to the lab. When I arrive, I find Kurisu sitting on a bench in front of the Braun Tube workshop, talking on her phone.
何よそれ。日本に呼びつけておいて 今さらそんな。そう。結局会うつもりなんかなかったんでしょ。
Is this with her dad? We know she's have issues with her father. The street is dark and her hair is covering her eyes, so I can't make out her expression. But from the sound of her voice, I can tell that she's crying.
一体何がしたかったのよ。それすら教えてくれな。
She noticed us. Kurisu lifts her head in surprise. She must have noticed me. She falls into an awkward silence, then turns and walks away. It looked like she was crying. I wonder if she got into a fight. Who could have made her cry like that? Her boyfriend? Even a friendless, experiment-loving girl like her can get a boyfriend. No, there's no way such an arrogant, abusive girl can have a boyfriend. But then, who was it? A sibling? Maybe her father, who she hasn't seen in 7 years? I'm afraid to ask. Kuris is scary when she snaps. The memory of her baleful glare sends a shiver up my spine. I hurry to the second floor. When I'm safe in the labs, I start browsing at channel. It doesn't look like Tider has made an appearance today. The Tider craze has dominated the occult world for the past week is starting to die down. In the end, it looks like I'm the only one who took Tider seriously. Just about everyone is skeptical of him now, especially the poster called Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha. Oh, Kamehameha. Honestly, I can't tell Tider's true intentions either. Suddenly, I hear the door swing open. Startled, I turn to face the sound. Hi, Panda! Thank you for the raid. Or Steve. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, raiders. I'm Junie. I am playing... today is story stream, and we're... I guess, enjoying Steins Gate. I wouldn't even say that I'm playing Steins Gate because this is more like an experiment. An experience. And we're just chilling. So welcome in. Have a great time. And let me give Steve a quick shout out. Oh my gosh. I'm going to apologize in advance, but as are going to force itself upon us in 20 seconds, and I've exhausted all of my snooze. So we will catch up right after a 3-minute ad break. And stick around, all right? That looks fun, Steve. I'll have questions for you right after the ads. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Sorry. I should have timed better, but unfortunately. All right. Let us get back into here. So we just saw Kurisu cried to someone on the phone. Kurisu is standing there glaring at me. I think she's embarrassed. Her eyes are red. So she was crying. Why did she come back?
私は
おうおう
別に泣いてなんかないからな
She's definitely a tsundere. Oh my god. What were you saying before?
いやどう見ても泣いてただろ
Karin.
いい加減なこと言わないで証拠はあるの
目が赤い
Her glare weakens for a second, but then returns at double the intensity.
でも泣いてないから
論理性のかけらもないなクリスティーナ
In fact, she's not acting like herself at all. Did she come up here just to claim that she wasn't crying? She should have just gone back to her hotel and cried into a pillow instead of coming here to make excuses.
とにかく泣いてない分かったこれ以上追求するなよ
Aww. That sniffle tanked any credibility she might have had. Even now, instead of going back to her hotel, she plops onto the sofa and hugs Mayuri's Upa plushie to her chest like a little girl. For the next few minutes, she just sits there, pouting and staring at the wall. If the TV were on, then we could have a little BGM for some distraction, but unfortunately, painful silence prevails. The only sounds are the whirring of the desktop's hard drive and Kurisu's occasional sniffle. Jeez, what an annoying assistant. How are we supposed to get any signs done like this?
クリスティーナ
うっさい話しかけるな
Your lip says don't, but your aura says please. Maybe she's begging for attention?
いいか話さなくていいから黙って聞けお前が困っているならば俺は全力で解決に協力する
Aww. Kurisu looks at me blankly.
俺だけじゃなくマユリもダルもおそらくそう言うだろうだから気軽に相談するといい一人で強がって抱え込んでいるより弱音を吐きたい時には吐いてしまえ俺たちはそれを拒絶したりしないちゃんと聞いてやる
That's cute. I like that. Oh.
お前はすでに我がラボの大切な仲間だからだ
It's cute. I love it. Oh, she's blushing. For some reason, Kurisu blushes and hangs her head. She hugs Upa so hard his face caves in.
悪かったちょっと気が立ってて
Aww.
別に今話さなくてもいい話したくなったらいつでも言え俺が聞いてやる
She nods softly. Looks like my sincerity has reached her. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Just as planned. Show a friendless, experiment-loving girl just a little kindness, and she'll easily grant you her favor. How do I know that? Because I, too, have few friends. Kuris's help is critical to solving the mystery of the phone wave, name subject to change. Now that my plan has succeeded, her petty private matters shall no longer be an impediment to our science. Normally I, the great Hoenkyoma, would not concern myself with the mental health of my minions. But if this is the price I must pay to bring my dream to fruition, so be it. With this, Kuris's loyalty is assured. Soon the world will tremble before us. Why can't we just be cute? Can we just be cute? Why? You've got mail. Ferris. About abilities. I think this is another one that it doesn't matter, right? For our purpose. Yeah, this one doesn't really matter. About abilities. There's a lot I don't know about myself. Yeah. Why does Ferris have cat ears when other people have people ears? Why can Ferris only speak in Nyan Nyan Nyan? Nyan Nyan Nyan. Oh my god, that's a mouthful. Where's my home? The chinchilla star. I want to know the truth. That's why I have to go, Nya. To where all the answers can be found. Is she trying to convince us to like let her use the D mail? I think she is. What are our reply options? Cat ears. Half human, half demon. I want to take you back to the lab and run some experiments. Do you mind? Quit talking like that. It's annoying. Ooh, that's mean. Too bad your homeworld has already fallen to the great Hoenkyoma. That, I think that's more in line of our character in front of Ferris. So let's do that one. I spend the next morning doing laundry at the nearby laundromat. When I return to the lab just past noon, Daru, Mayuri, and Kurisu are all assembled.
土曜日なのにご苦労。研究熱心なラボメンばかりで頼もしい限りだ。
そうよね。
Kurisu sighs deeply.
夏真っ盛りのこの時期にバカンスにも行かずにこんな暑苦しい場所で変態どもと話してるなんて。どこで選択を誤ったんだろう。
She's really giving us a verbal beatdown.
涙を拭け。友達が一人もいない実験大好きっ子よ。
泣いたらんわ。だいたいメールで呼びつけたのはあんただろ。
いかにも俺だ。だが律儀にそれに従い、こうして時間通りにラボへ来たのはお前の意志だ。
クリスちゃんはね、本当はとっても素直で真面目な女の子なんだってマユシーは思うな。
Mayuri smiles as she eats some nuggets from McD's. McDonald's.
そんなクリスちゃんがね、マユシーはとっても愛おしいのです。
Oh.
ナゲット食べながらいきなり何言い出すのよ、この子。
Don't let it bother you. That's just Mayuri's nature. I've been with her for a long time, so I'm used to it.
ユリフラグですね。わかります。
Okay. Unsurprising. Flag, otaku, a metafiction term, refers to a common method of foreshadowing particular events. A death flag, for example, suggests that a character will die shortly. Death flags and romance flags are the most frequent.
わからんでよろしい。
Please unget it.
クリスちゃんにナゲット1個あげるね。
Oh, she's sharing.
ありがとう。
While listening to their heartwarming banter, I go to put my laundry on the table. However,
そんなところに置くなよ。汚いな。
洗濯済みだ。
知るか。年頃の女子がいる前にパンツを含む洗濯物を堂々と置くのはデリカシーなさすぎだろって言ってんの。
俺のパンツが気になってしょうがないのならばそう言え。
the banter.
気になってなんかないわよ。
2人ともパンツ言うの禁止。マユシーは食事中なんだよ。
そうは言いつつも口にナゲットを運ぶ手は止めないのな。
俺の話の腰を折るな。
I end up putting my laundry in the changing room.
昨日誰には話したが
There we go. There's background
こ
music.
れ
It
までの
felt
一連の実
weird.
験の結果を受けて気づいたことがある。 D メールには不確定要素が強すぎるということだ。
Mm-hmm.
結果に対する確実な保証がない。
しょうがないんじゃない？受け取った側がどういう対応をするかに結果が委ねられているんだから。逆に言えば相手の性格、性質を分析し誘導させることだって可能かもしれないし。
I mean, what if you decide today that you're going to do one thing and you know that as soon as you get the Oh, but that's a different word line. Okay, maybe there's no way around it.
そういう心理学的な要素を考えるのはどこぞの法王院パンツさんには無理かもしれないけど。
マキセ氏さ、パンツって言いたいだけちゃうんかと。
パンツはともかくとして D メールにまだ博打のような感覚があるのは確実。
I need a more reliable time machine before I can expose CERN and the organization and plunge the world into
そ
chaos.
こで今回諸君に集まってもらったのは他でもない。本日の円卓会議の議題は
またいつの間にか円卓会議にされてるし。
そんなに円卓会議やりたいならせめて円卓を買ってきなさいよ。
違うよクリスちゃん。この前オカリンが言ってたけど、円卓はみんなの心の中にあるんだって。
The round table is in our hearts.
本当に純真な子なのね。でも岡部の言うことはあんまり真に受けない方がいい。
そうなの？
円卓の定義など今はどうでもいいのだ。それよりも議題は D メールではなくセルンと同じように物理的タイムトラベルを行う方法を模索したいという件についてだ。
バカ言わないで。
That was fast. And she's glared at me even harder than she was during the whole underwear thing.
セルンがあれだけの大規模な装置を使ってすでに9年もかけてるのにまだ成功すらしてないんだぞ。私たちにどうにかできるわけないじゃない。
ゲルオカリンになっちゃうね。
Oh dear. Is that foreshadowing?
ゲロカエルン的な？つうかあれなんで流行ったんだろうな。
Gerald Froggy. What the hell? Fictional. A series of plush straps featuring an ugly yet cute frog character which became a fad among high school girls in Shibuya 1 year ago. After the Shibuya earthquake, the series was cancelled and their popularity faded rapidly.
いや、笑い事じゃなく。
諦めるには早すぎるのではないか。我らはすでに D メールという人類史上初の快挙を達成したではないか。
だから史上初じゃないってセルンの方が先じゃね？
人類史上初の時空を超えるメール。それを成し遂げた俺たちに不可能という文字はない。
根拠のない自信ね。そもそも D メールが使えるようになったのだって単なる偶然じゃない。
Mm-hmm.
未だにリフターに代替しているものが何なのかすら解明できていない。
So on the lifter part, I have a theory, which is completely just, I guess, theoretical at this point. But I think it is one of the electronics underneath, like in the tube shop. Maybe the big CRT.
それが解明できればいいのだろう。
全然ダメ。セルンですら解決できていない問題にはどう対処する？局所場指定ができないんじゃどこに飛ぶかわからない。
Mm-hmm.
何もない宇宙のど真ん中に飛ばされるのはごめんだお。
That is a problem. If you can't control where you'll end up, your time machine is worthless.
いや、ちょっと待て。D メールは局所場指定をしていないぞ。にもかかわらず、きちんと指定先に届いている。これはどう説明する？
言われてみれば。
メルアド指定してるからちゃんと届いてるんじゃね？
そうなのかな。携帯の電波なんて何千万キロも離れた場所から捕捉できるとは思えないけど。
電波が届かないところにいますってなるんじゃないかなってマユシーは思います。
I stare at my phone.
あるいは携帯電話はブラックホールとホワイトホールを兼ねているのかもしれん。
Oh, like in and out? White hole. The reverse of a black hole. White. While nothing can escape a black hole, everything is ejected from a white hole. The existence of white holes is hinted at theoretically, but actual proof is impossible. They have never been observed.
憶測で物を言うべきじゃない。そんなの根拠ゼロよ。
ワームホールができている可能性は？
Welcome back, Kai.
未だかつてワームホールの実在が確認されたことはない。
I groan. Kurisu and Daru fall silent. The problem has them stumped, too. Nothing. You've missed absolutely nothing. We had a little underwear banter with Kurisu, and that's about it. We're trying to find a way to make D-mail reliable and observable so that it could actually be of experimental value. Mayuri is the only one smiling. She probably doesn't understand and is just smiling because she feels like it.
いずれにせよ、厳然たる事実として
Mayuri.
D メールは過去に届いている。それがセルンに対して俺たちがリードしている点だ。タイムトラベルについても D メールを応用すれば実現の可能性はあるのではないか。
でもさ、D メールじゃ36バイトプラスアルファのデータ量しか送れないじゃん。人間を丸々物理転送させるなんてマジ無理。
It's the same problem that CERN is having, and the reason their subject turning into Jellyman.
ゲルオカリンになりたければ止めないわよ。
Recalling the fate of CERN's researchers makes my skin crawl. Curved black holes, ring singularities, supergravitational space-time distortions. If you can adjust the lifter's volume of electron injection, you might be able to make the ring singularities naked. But even CERN is having a hard time controlling the lifter. Even if we do figure out what's functioning as the lifter in our time machine, I doubt we'll be able to solve the problem easily. Meaning that, at present, we can only send a mere 36 bytes of data. I wonder how much data there is in a human body. I bet it's more than an exabyte. It's an exabyte. Oh, 10 to the 18th power. 1 quintillion. Wow.
物理的転送なんて考えない方が身のためね。デ
Mm-hmm.
ータだけのタイムトラベルだけでもすごいことなんだから、それで我慢すべき。
Sending data through time is enough, huh?
世の真理を探求する科学者とは思えない後ろ向きな発言だな。
身の丈に合ったことを考えろって言っている。真理を探求するなら、しかるべき頭脳と設備とお金を揃えないと。少なくともセルン並みにはね。こんな貧乏サークルじゃ、志だけ高くても何もできない。
Yep. I think we learned that. I did not know this. I actually have been learning a lot through this game. Which is crazy to think about. It's one thing to set lofty goals, but this impoverished lab has no resources to speak of.
前から思ってたけど、電話レンジはちゃんとした研究機関に持ち込んで専門家に委ねるべきよ。セルンがタイムマシンの研究を極秘にしてるなら、私たちはきちんと公表して人類の未来のために役立てなきゃ。
もし公表すれば機関のやつらに俺の存在を気づかれる。
あのね、こっちは真面目に話してるんだぞ。冗談言ってる場合じゃ。
それに俺たちはセルンをハッキングした身だ。奴らは人体
Oh yeah, there's that. Incriminating steps.
国家の枠組みさえ超えた強大な権力も見え隠れする。もし電話レンジカッコ仮を公表すれば、俺たちは消されるかもしれん。
映画の見過ぎじゃない。
300人委員会という名前が実際にセルンの資料にあった。
Committee of 300.
そうだけど。
Kuris' tone weakens.
なんだかマユシーは怖いよ。
Aww.
ハッキングがバレたらガチで僕たち消されそうだよね。バレるようなヘマはしてないけど。
それにこれが何よりも問題なのだが、
I lower my voice and look hard at each one of them in turn.
公表してしまったらもう好き勝手に D メールが送れなくなるではないか。
Okay, Okabe.
あんたね。
Continue.
この夢の装置をそう簡単に手放すものか。俺は法王院キョーマ、時空を支配する狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。望むのはそう、混沌。
ダメだこいつ。早くなんとかしないと。
ダメだこいつ。A quotation from a popular manga about death notes, spoken by the protagonist in reference to his female accomplice. Original quote, "This girl is hopeless. I better do something quick," used to express exasperation. What did he say? Let me scroll up. He said he just wants to plunge the world into chaos. It's the whole, you know, like the whole Inkyoma thing. Please, by this point, you should not try to like conceal your otakuness. Everybody freezes.
クリスティーナ、お前、アットチャンネル。
うるさい。それ以上言うな、そんなわけないから。
Oh, the range of this voice actress. Oh, that's fantastic. That was really good just now. Kurisu gives me her sharpest glare yet. Her eyes are so cold, my spine turns to ice. I nod and swallow what I was going to say.
そういえばダルよ。セルンへのハッキングはその後、さらに進んだか？
He did say it would take time to learn how to use the IBN5100. Yes, thank you. I've been wondering about that. But I know he's been coming to the lab every day to work on it. His monitor is always displaying some kind of program, and his fingers are always busy on the keyboard.
ああ、今はセルンの膨大な資料を漁ってるとこ。翻訳しながら全部読むのに何年かかるやら。一応重要そうなところはマキセ氏に渡しておいたけど、まあ基本的には僕にはもうやれることはないよ。セルンは今や僕の思いのまま。
お前が味方でよかったとつくづく思うよ。
I never conceal my otakuness. I even tried to learn Japanese on Duolingo. That's a great resource, by the way. Sushi to gohan kudasai. So, thank goodness you're on my side. If only you weren't so weak to seduction.
それでクリスティーナ、翻訳状況について報告を。
そのいちいち芝居がかった喋り方、どうにかならない？なんか軽くイラッとくるのよね。
Mayuri takes a cute, idol-like pose and smiles for some reason.
クリスちゃん、あのね、オカリンの幼なじみとして教えてあげると、オカリンの喋り方はね、そのうち慣れちゃうよ。
そのうちっていうのが10年後じゃないことを祈るわ。
お前、この俺と10年来の付き合いをしたいというのか？それはつまりこのラボに骨を埋めるという意味。
皮肉よ、皮肉。
そうか。ではさっさと報告しろ、クリスティーナ。でなければお前のことをネラーと呼ぶ。
違うっつってんでしょ。
She glares at me again. My blood goes cold.
一応時間を見て翻訳は進めてるけど、今のところタイムマシンに関する目新しい情報はなし。やっぱりセルンも問題の解決策を見つけようと四苦八苦してる。
Maybe they'll have to wait another 24 years, like Tider said.
誰？他に成果は？
成果じゃないけど、今セルンは実験の真っ最中みたいでさ、ちょうど LHC がフル稼働してんだよね。そこに割り込んでこっそり使わせてもらえないかなって模索中。
嘘。
Kuris is stunned. Honestly, so am I.
それってすごいの？
I feel like Okarin is the only useless one. Daru actually has the chops, and Kurisu clearly is actually, very bright, and Okarin's just kind of.
すごいどころじゃない。とんでもないことやらかそうとしてるわね。
He's the crazy idea person, I think. Fun fact, daru is also a Hindi word, it means alcohol. Ah.
スーパーハッカー。恐ろしい子。
I think that's another otaku term, isn't it? Yeah. A quotation from classic manga about glass masks, used to express amazement at someone's incredible skill. 恐ろしい子。
おいクリスティーナ、お前わざとだ。
She's an at channeler, no doubt about it.
でもまあそれができるようになったところで使い道なんてないだろうけどな。
作戦は順調だな。第3段階にはいつ入れる？
第3段階って何ぞ？
セルンがひた隠しにしている禁断の領域。そこに隠された闇を暴くことに決まっている。
I do. I don't know if I can say with confidence that I still speak Japanese, but I spoke past tense Japanese, and I did. I spent a year in Japan.
日本語で OK。
日本語で OK。
IBN5100 で構築されたデータベースがあっただろう。そこへのハッキングにはもう着手したのかと聞いているのだ。
That frowns.
ああ、それは無理って言ったじゃん。
IBN5100 さえあればなんとかなるんだろう。
なる。でも逆に言えば、だからこそ手も足も出ないわけで。
Again, this feeling of disconnect. The conversation isn't making sense.
IBN5100 は俺が手に入れてきただろう。まだ触ってもいないのか。
So we're in a world line where we haven't gotten an IBN5100, huh?
え？手に入れてきた？いつ？
Uh-oh. Puzzled, I look at Kurisu and Mayuri. Mayuri looks confused, like always. Kurisu meets my eyes and shrugs her shoulders.
私も聞いてないわよ。手に入れたなんて話は。
What resource did you use to learn it? Oh, learn Japanese? I took classes at school. So I guess I was sort of fortunate enough that I didn't need to especially need to go searching for it. Yeah.
バカな。
That just can't be. I dash into the development room. The IBN5100 I borrowed from Yanabayashi Shrine should be on the shop inside. It's in a cardboard box, and it weighs 25 kilos, too heavy for a single person to carry. But when I go to look,
No.
it's no longer where I left it.
IBN5100 ここに置いてあったのにどこに消えた？
See, I find it very strange that he understands. Right? Like, Okarin understands that we've been changing the past. And yet he is so in disbelief. Everyone looks at me in surprise.
何を鳩が豆鉄砲食らったみたいな顔している。
Why are you staring at me
山
like
林神社
that?
に奉納されていた伝説のレトロ PC だ。お前たちもよく知っているだろう。
そんなの知らないよ。
柳林神社に奉納ってそんなアホな。
幻覚でも見てたんじゃない？最近暑いから。
I mean, one way to figure it out, right? Go check at the shrine and see if they have one still. Despair drags me down like a quicksand. We can't hack the database without the IBN5100. But it's probably there? Who stole it? The organization? CERN? CERN is a possibility. Maybe they noticed our hacking and stole the IBN5100 from the lab. No. Even if they could steal the IBN5100 from the lab, they can't steal Mayuri and Daru's memories of it. What happened? Kiru Moika. Maybe I should check with her first. Could someone other than Moika have stolen the IBN5100? I consider that the possibilities. The next name that comes to mind is Lukako.
まさかジョン・タイダーか。そうだ。
Am I too
タイダー
simple-minded?
の目的は IBN5100 を手に入れることだった。すでに俺は何度かコンタクトを取っている。しかしどうやって俺の個人情報を手に入れた？
My assumption is that they never knew that it was at Yamabayashi Shrine, and so they never got it. So it probably should still be there instead of being stolen, like what he's thinking. While I'm trying to decide whether I should send a mail, Kuris tells me to calm down. A high school girl is childing me. She dares make a fool of Hoin Kyoma? Irritated, I explain the purpose of the IBN 5100 and how I came to obtain one. During that time, I also sent Moika a mail for confirmation. I got an IBN 5100, did you know? Oh, now he's telling everyone and their family.
IBN5100 が消えたのはこれまでに過去を改変した誰かの影響かもね。
おお、俺の話を信じてくれるのだな。
でも私の主観ではこれまでに送った D メールは些細な内容ばかりよ。
最初に電話レンジちゃんがタイムマシンだって気づくきっかけになったメールだよね。
オカリンは変態って内容で送ったよな。
あとは D メール実験で
Alright.
私が岡部の携帯に何十通も送った。
Part-time warrior.
どれも中身のない文面ばかりだからあれで過去を改変できるとは思えない。
That's from Russia, right? All I know about Russia are those cute dolls. I've never been. What? Wait. Did we send? We didn't send her a message. Where's my Yuri John Tider? So what is she replying to, Part-time warrior? Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
僕も2通送ったお。フェイリスタンとの勝負に勝てる秘策を書いた。
それともう一つ、岡部が一番最初に偶然送った私が死んでるうんぬんってメール。
Well, that one for sure was a world. Maybe they had an in-person conversation and she's responding to it. Hi, Snazzle. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to. It's interesting. So we're in world line number 4 or 5 by this point.
だが俺の主観ではそれ以外にも何通か送られている。
But I feel like that Russia conversation never occurred in our other world lines, right? So that must have been something that's unique to this one. Okabe doesn't know what happened in the past of the current world line, right? He only remembers the previous one, exactly, right? So yeah, I think you might be on the. I wonder what they talked about. Right. So they're kind of like independent universes, whereas like we're kind of the one traveling and carrying our memories of, you know, the different segments in which we stayed at each world line forward, right? So our memory is going to be a collage in that sense.
6の当たり番号を書いて送ったんだっけ。ルカちゃんがその番号を買ったけど結局当たらなかったやつ。
I feel like in the end that's gonna mess with our head. Can you imagine, like, if your reality, beyond what you perceive right now, right? But your reality and all of your memories is like segments of different worlds.
岡部以外は送ったところを誰も知らないけどね。
だがお前たちにもその後で見せたはずだぞ。俺の携帯に残っていた着信履歴を。
あれは惜しかったよね。
これぐらいじゃないかな。
いや、まだある。萌香とルカ子が D メールを送っている。
そうだった。でもそう主張しているのは岡部だけなのよね。私も橋田もまゆりさんも誰も知らない。
まゆしはなんだか頭がこんがらがってきちゃったのです。
Oh, Mayuri.
だから言っているだろう。世界が改変される前と後で記憶を連続して持っていられるのは俺だけなのだと。
The interesting thing, though, Snazzle, of what you just said is, does that mean then, right, like our memory is one thing, but does our phone experience the same thing as well? It seems like it does. Like it only has histories of sent and received items that we as Okarin, and I guess the phone, it's experienced in different universes. I mean, world lines.
それであんたの主観ではその IBN5100 はいつ消えたの？ついさっきの話なの？
The phone is like
確実に
people's memories.
このラボにあったのはいつまでの話？
According to your sound, it disappeared. It just happened when the last time we were seeing it in the lab. Right. That makes sense. Okay.
それは。
I put my index finger to my forehead and searched my memories. IBN5100.
確か8月3日だ。記憶では8月3日までは確かにこのラボに存在していた
間違いないのね。
と思いたいが。
We jump world lines by August 3rd, though. So many things have happened, my memories are a jumble. Let's go over the events which led me to obtaining an IBN 5100. I heard that Ferris was a retro PC maniac who knew about the IBN 5100. I learned that 9 years ago, she donated her IBN 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. I asked Lukako's dad for help, and he lent me the IBN 5100 just like that. Mission complete. At the very least, Ferris and Lukako should remember what happened. I should give them a call. First up is Lukako.
岡部さん、こんにちは。おとといは恥ずかしいところ見られちゃって、忘れてください。
What did we see the other day?
恥ずかしいところ？
Oh dear.
コスプレを。
Is he a cosplayer in this universe? I kind of like this war line. That was just Lukako getting embarrassed for no reason.
それより IBN5100 について聞きたい。
Yeah, of course. Have a good night, Kai. Sleep well. Thank you for swinging by. It's always a pleasure having you here. The IBN5. Okay, she doesn't know. He doesn't know what it is.
IBN5100 柳林神社に9年ほど前に預けられたレトロなパソコンのことだ。知っているな。
Thanks, Kai. I don't know how much longer I'll go, but we shall see. Thanks for coming by. He remembers. Lukaku really
俺が少し
remembers.
前に神社に行って探し当てたんだよな。それでお前の親父さんに頼んで貸してもらった。間違いないよな。
He does not. No.
違うのか。
僕の記憶ではそんなことはなかったような気がします。
Oh dear. What? I like the use of this is the background music that I usually associate with Mayuri. I like the fact that they're using it on Lukaku. Is this another effect of the changing the past?
IBN5100 がその神社にあったのは事実なんだな。今もあるのか。
いえ、わかりません。僕、それほど詳しいことは。
今どこにいる？近くにお前の親父さんはいるか？
いません。
そうか。わかった。急に電話して悪かった。
はい。すみません。お役に立てなくて。
The IBN5100 was a Yanabayashi shrine. That's a fact. And Lukaku knew that. I need to check if it's still there or not. Could the IBN5100 have returned to the shrine? Did that huge retro PC sprout legs and trotted back? I love that image. That's just silly. But gel bananas have teleported out of the microwave. Moika also instantly moved from the lab to somewhere else. Considering that, it's entirely possible that the same thing happened to the IBN5100. Maybe I should go check later. Next is Ferris. By the way, I haven't told Ferris my phone number. I'm afraid that if I talk to her on the phone, she'll drag me into her usual nonsense. So there's only one option.
マユリをフェイリスと連絡を取りたい。
Mayuri's eating an eclair. She must have stuck some in the fridge when I wasn't looking.
おかりんも食べる？おいしいよ。
Oh, eclairs are so good. Now that she mentions it, Kurisu and Daru are eating too.
のんきな奴らだな。このラボで不可解なことが起きたというのに。
すべて岡部の妄想って可能性もあるわけだし、慌てたってどうしようもない。
It's not just in my head, it's not.
フェリスちゃんに用事があるの？今日お店に出てるかな？
今日のフェイリスさんはバイト休みだお。
Well done, Daru. You know Ferris's schedule better than her co-worker. I award you the title of Ferris Stalker.
マユリは奴の携帯番号を知っているだろう。連絡を取ってみてくれ。
いいよ。
Mayuri takes out her phone and makes a call. After a short wait, Mayuri smiles.
フェリスちゃん、こんにちにゃんにゃん。あゆしいにゃん。
I like how the two of them retains the same speech pattern with each other outside of work.
にゃん。
Oh right, this is the first time Kurisu has heard Mayuri speak Nyanyanyin.
休 ししたいことがあるんだって。変わってもいいかな。オカリンはオカリンだよ。京馬って誰？
The words of Hoin Kyoma hasn't spread. The hell are they talking about? By the way, Ferris is the only person who calls me by my true name, Hoin Kyoma. I'm thankful for that, but she still drives me crazy.
とにかく変わるね。はい、オカリン。
Mayuri has a cute phone. It's green. It's like a mint color. All right. We're gonna go for another quick 3-minute break. So get some water, get up, stretch a little bit, and I'll see you on your side. I want to get to the bottom of the IBN5100 mystery, and then we can wrap up for today. But until then, quick break, and we'll be right back. Oh, I need to remember to unmute myself. All right, here we are. I take Mayuri's phone. Ferris's face is displayed on the LCD. She's wearing cat ears even though it's her day off.
俺だ おーい今日も
京馬がフェイリスに用事なんて珍しいにゃ。
どうしても聞きたいことがあったんだ。お前は昔柳林神社にレトロ PC を奉納した。それに間違いはないか。
何にゃんとはどういう意味だ？
Ah, crap. I started to talk like her. Kurisu burst out laughing. Looks like she heard.
間違いないにゃっていう意味にゃ。IBN5100 っていう名前だって知ったのはすごく最近やけど。
何？最近知ったとはどういう？
ダルニャンに教えてもらったのにゃ。
Oh, so that's it. At any rate, Faris has confirmed that the IBN5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. So did the IBN5100 disappear from the lab after I retrieve it? No, Kurisu and the other lost their memories of me bringing it back to the lab, so I'm considering two possibilities. 1. I went to the shrine but didn't acquire the IBN5100. It's still at the shrine. 2. Before I went to the shrine, someone moved the IBN5100 somewhere else. Looks like I'll have to go to the shrine after all.
レトロ PC がどうしたの？
いや
Let's go! Ferris was a Metro PC maniac, wasn't she? Let's just make sure.
IBN5100 について他に情報はないか。超レアな PC なんだ。お前はカリスマメイドとしてこの秋葉に強いネットワークを持っているだろう。それを使って今秋葉にある IBN5100 を探してもらいたい。
We only need to find one. It doesn't matter if it's the one I found at the shrine.
探してもいいけど条件があるにゃ。
条件？
Is she trying to strike a deal? That's unexpected.
聞こ
じゃあこれからフェイリスのお家まで来てほしいのにゃ。
うちだと？お前のうちはどこだ？
I quickly prepare a memo pad and write down the address Ferris resides.
なんだ？お前秋葉に住んでいるのか？
That'll make things quick. Judging by the address, it should be right next to the station.
それじゃ待ってるにゃ。
I return Mayuri's phone and stand up from the couch. Let's stop by Yanabayashi's shrine and then head to Ferris's place.
で、
I look over my shoulder with a frown.
なぜお
They
前
all
たちがついて
came with, oh, the whole gang. Mayuri and Daru are following me, even though I didn't ask them to come. Kurisu stayed back at the lab.
だってね、マユシーはフェリスちゃんのお家遊びに行ったことないんだもん。一度ね、行きたいなって思ってたんだ。
つうかフェリスさんのプライベートとか凸せざるを得ないだろ上皇。
It might be a bad idea to take the Ferris stalker along. A really bad idea. Well, whatever. If Ferris has a problem with it, then we can send him away when we get there. Nothing else matters as long as I can get Ferris to search for an IBN5100. Of course, if the IBN5100's at Yanabayashi Shrine, then that won't even be necessary. I stopped by the shrine, but Lukaku's not there. I guess he was out when he answered the phone earlier. I've got no other choice, so I go to the humble shrine office and press the intercom button. Luca's dad comes out. When I try asking him if the IBN5100 was donated to the shrine, he answers, it certainly was. But after he tries looking for it, he says he can't find it anywhere, and he has no idea where it went. I ask if he lent me the IBN5100 before, but that event is gone from his memory. What's going on here? While headed towards Ferris's place, I analyzed the situation. The IBN5100 has disappeared from the lab, even though it was there just a few days ago. It has also disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine. It's like some god is messing with me, moving it every time I get close. The emails definitely have something to do with this. I can only begin to imagine how the past has changed. At any rate, it looks like we'll have to rely on Ferris. The usual weekend crowd packs the front of Akiba Station. Girls dressed in maid outfits and school uniforms diligently distributes flyers to the passerbys. I appreciate their efforts in this god-awful heat. After a few melanin-boosting moments, walking in the sun, I come to a sudden stop.
どうしたの？
Moika! I've caught sight of a woman squatting on the side of the road, hugging her knees and typing on her phone. That's got to be lab mem number 5, Kiryu Moika. Wait, is she still a lab member? Mayuri and Daru don't remember her. Well, whatever.
なんという幸運。
There's something I need to ask her. I run up to Moika.
おい、始圧師。
I try getting her attention, but she's stuck in her own little world. Is she reading the text that we just sent her?
ないないどうしてないのどうしてどこにもこの町に本当にあるのもしかしてもう
聞いているのか、シャイニングフィンガー。
どこかにあるはずじゃないとおかしい FB はあるって
No reaction.
桐生萌か。
Moika stops muttering. She finally looks up. Actually, she just looks at my feet.
岡部君
She could tell.
お前、ラボから IBN5100 を持ち出したか。
Mayuri and Daru looks askance at me, but I ignore them.
俺はお前の仕業とは思いたくない。仲間だからな。しかし、お前はあの PC に異常な執着を見せていた。どうだ、やったのかやってないのか。
IBN5100 見つけたの
見つけたがなくなった。
なくなった
案ずることはない。やっていたとしてもお前を警察に突き出すような真似はしない。あれを返してさえもらえるならな。
The normally expressionless Moika frowns in bewilderment.
知らないのか。
Moika shakes her head faintly. Then she looks down and begins operating her phone at high speed. All right, here we go. What? You're not making any sense. Please explain. Did you really find an IBN 5100 where, Moika? If IBN 5100 had been stolen from the lab, then Moika would be my first suspect. But the IBN 5100 disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine, not the lab. It can't have been Moika's doing. So it was the email? Or perhaps it was the work of CERN.
すまない。始圧しよう。
I squat in front of Moika and bow my head.
俺はラボメンであるお前を、仲間を疑ってしまった。最低な男だな。殴ってくれても構わない。だがこれだけは分かってくれ。俺は機関から命を狙われ続けた結果、誰も信じることができなくなってしまったんだ。
I wonder if we'll ever get to know the backstory of Okarin. Like, what has happened to him caused him to operate like this? Why? Why did I have to be born with these gifts that others so convey?
俺は常に疑心暗鬼で
Covet.
どれだけ仲間に囲まれていてもいつも孤独を感じている滑稽だよな
Alrighty. Just tell me about the IBN5100.
つうか岡
I
部
like
さ
her.
秋葉の路上で芝居始めるとかどんだけだよ。暑さにやられた。
So Moika doesn't know I had an IBN 5100. And judging by her responses, she hasn't found one either. I feel like I'm getting further and further away from my goal.
前から思ってたんだけど
Uh-oh.
萌香さんって綺麗な人だよね。スタイルも抜群だし背も高いしコスプレさせたら映えそうだな。
For a second, I doubt my ears. I approach Mayuri.
お前萌香のことを知っているのか
知ってるよ。
なぜ知っている
I grab Mayuri by the shoulders and shake her. Her head bounces back and forth.
おかりんが連れてきたよ。
Oh, so she is a lab member in this life?
俺が
Wordline?
誰のあの女のことを覚えているのか
桐生氏なら前にラボで挨拶した罠。
After Moika sent her D-mail, Mayuri, Daru, and Kurisu behaved as if they had never met her before. But now both Mayuri and Daru know her? Does that mean Moika's past was reconstructed again? Given the timing, it has to be Lukako's D-mail that did it. But all he did was tell his mother to eat a lot of vegetables. How can that be related to the lab mem's knowledge of Moika? This is another example of butterfly effect. The cause doesn't match the effect at all.
ねえねえおかりん、それよりそろそろフェリスちゃんのお家に行かないとね。きっと待ちくたびれてるよ。
That's true. Let's think about the Moika issue later. Right now, we should look for the address written on the memo pad.
時にマユリフェイリスの本名は何て言う
バッカ、オカリ何言ってんだ。フェイリスタンの本名はフェイリスニャンニャンショー。それ以上でも以下でもないじゃん。
現実逃避はよせダルフェイリスニャンニャンは所詮源氏な
うわ、最悪っすよ。なんで純真な男たちの夢を壊そうとするかな。
Quit grumbling. You just can't handle the truth.
でマユリどうなの知らないの
マユシーが教えちゃってもいいのかな。
特に口止めされているわけでもないんだろうそれにこれから自宅に行けばすぐにわかることだぞ
あ、そっか、そうだよね。その代わりね、他の人には内緒だよ。例えばメイク
I nod.
あのね、フェリスちゃんの本名は秋葉ルミホちゃんっていうんだ。
Lumiho.
聞こえない。
Daru covers his ears and drowns the sound out. The same characters as Akihabara appropriate. Our destination turns out to be the high-rise apartment building next to UPEX. UPX. Here we go. Better.
ちょ、マジで
Fancy.
超高級マンションだと。
We stand there for a while, staring wide-eyed at the towering building before us. According to the address Fairy gave me, she lives on the top floor, all the way up there. Penthouse, dang. No, I wouldn't make such a stupid mistake.
まさかフェイリスは機関の手に落ちたのか。
Or she's just rich. I quickly scan the area, no suspicious figures in sight.
怪しげな黒服連中に命じられるまま、俺を組織の網の中へと呼び寄せ、一網打尽にするつもりだな。
妄想を持つ。事実は小説より奇なり。それにあのフェイリスさんの素顔が実は金持ちのお嬢様だったとか。うわぁ、超燃える展開じゃね。
お前こそ妄想オツだな。
とりあえず入ってみようよ。
When we call the top floor room via intercom, we're greeted by the voice of an elderly man. He lets us in immediately once I introduce myself as Hoin Kyoma. It feels like we're walking into a trap, but I can't turn back now. Oh gosh. Okay. When we get off the elevator, the elderly man from the intercom is there to lead us inside. A butler? He turns out to be a silver-haired gentleman in a tuxedo. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. What is this weird reality? Assistant. Home alone. Is it okay to leave me alone here? I'm an outsider, remember? I could steal all of your precious future gadgets. All right. Oh, this one actually matters. According to my handy little chart right here. Okay. Let's read it, but we have to pick outsider. You're not an outsider, you're a lab member. Versus future gadgets. If you really want one, you can have it for a price, that is. I see. We gotta touch her heart. Here we go. Mayuri. He does indeed look like a stereotypical butler. He fits the bill so well you wouldn't think he was anything else. Even the voice. The butler leads us into a room. Ferris is standing before a large window with a panoramic view of Akiba.
黒木、ありがとね。
I've never seen her wearing anything other than the usual maid uniform, so it's refreshing to see her in her plain clothes. But why does she still have her cat ears on? I want to ask. I can't help but wonder. But I restrain myself. Even if I did ask, Ferris would just say something like, I was born with these, nya.
にゃにゃ、マユシーとダルニャも来たのかな。
Ferris's eyes twinkle when she sees Mayuri and Daru behind me.
フェリスちゃん、こんにちにゃんにゃん。
無法フ フェイリスタンの私服姿とか可愛すぐる。
I silenced a mouth-breathing Daru by introducing his ribs to my elbow.
マイリとダルは勝手についてきた。迷惑なようなら帰らせる。
構わないにゃ。みんなようこそいらっしゃいませにゃ。
というか、自宅でもその語尾は変わらないのか。
何のことかにゃ。
あくまでとぼける気か。秋葉ルミ
フェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。
Whatever.
しかしこの家は一体どういうことだ。秋葉の一等地の超高級マンションとは。
I look around the room again. The interior design and furnishings give a very refined impression. It's elegance without us being ostentatious. Actually, it's kind of like a model home. There's nothing to suggest that this room is lived in. No dirty clothes, no used dishware, not even a speck of dust. That butler, or maybe even some real maids. If there's a butler, there have to be maids, right? Must be constantly cleaning up. Speaking of the butler, he's disappeared. I didn't even notice him leave. He's clearly a master butler if he can move so quietly.
フェイリス、お前一体何者だ。
だからフェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。
Ferris says it so nonchalantly.
とぼけるな。
Nonchalantly. Oh my gosh.
ちゃんと説明しないならば帰らせてもらう。
なんという偉そうな態度。僕たちってフェイリスタンにお願いしに来た立場じゃなかった？
I bet her family owns Akihabara or something like that.
ふにゃー。じゃあもうちょっとだけ詳しく話すと、この辺の土地はもともとうちのものだったのにゃ。
Yup.
は？
What did she just say? This land originally belonged to her family?
そっか。だから秋葉さんなんだね。
Yep. Akihabara. Mayuri's exclamation connects the dots in my head.
秋葉という姓。まさか秋葉原の代々の大地主の名だとでも言うのか。
Ferris nods with a proud expression. So she really is a rich girl character.
ちなみにフェイリスは秋葉の都市開発計画にも結構な発言力を持ってるにゃ。
Ferris wriggles her slender waist to make a gesture like a cat washing its face.
秋葉の各ショップに萌え文化を積極的に導入するようお願いしたのは他ならぬフェイリスなのにゃ。うわー、すごい。フェイリスは子供の頃からそういう会議に出たりしてるのにゃ。
Man. So basically, the chaotic changes in Akiba are all a result of this cat girl's whims. What a monster.
でも今の話は内緒にしといてほしいにゃ。
Ferris's expression suddenly darkens.
なぜだ。
知りたいのかにゃ。
Ferris approaches me with a bewitching expression.
それは
Ferris gently strokes my cheek with her cool, slender fingers. I feel myself falling under her spell. And then she grins.
フェイリスはフェイリスだからにゃ。
Damn you, cat girl, how dare you make a fool of me.
というわけでみんなにはこれまで通りフェイリスラブの大ファンとして接してほしいにゃ。
Daru starts fist pumping when he sees Ferris's cutesy act.
接します。全力で接します。
マユシーもね、エディスちゃんのファンだよ。 ェリスちゃんのメイドさん魂はとってもすごいだもん。憧れちゃうよ。
Mayuri and Daru might have fallen for her charms, but not I.
俺はフェイリスラブなどではない。
I thrust my finger at Ferris.
あまり調子に乗らないでもらおうか、フェイリスニャン。でなければこの高級マンション全体が血に染まることになるぞ。家にわざわざ呼びつけて自らのセレブっぷりを見せつけ、この俺との交渉において精神的優位に立とうとしたのだろうが無駄なこと。なぜなら俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法院京馬だからだ。
理由になってね。
Perfect. Now Ferris would tremble in fear and beg for my forgiveness. Or so I thought. But instead, she looks at me with gleaming eyes.
自分を貫き通す人って素敵にゃ
I think she's just excited to find someone who is as crazy as she is.
なんだと
Gosh, that's my line. I wanted to threaten her, not seduce her. Is Ferris a masochist?
正直なこと言う
Male.
と、あんまりフェイリスのこと話したくなかったにゃ。
It's a disgrace to be thought of as your partner. People will start doubting my character. Anyway, finish your errands and get back here. She truly is a tsundere, isn't she? Then why do you keep coming to the lab? In truth, you're so happy to be a lab mem that you can't help it. Isn't that right? Yeah, I think that's what we need to do.
「これまでいろんな人と会ったけど、アキハの跡取りって話すと、みんなフェイリスをフェイリスとして見てくれなくなるのにゃ。フェイリスとアキハルミホは分けてみてほしいのにゃ。
Persons. That's cute.
お前はすでにフェイリスニャンニャンとして確立しているではないか。
その点については全面的に同意するぜオカリン。ニャンニャン語を話し猫耳をつけている時点でそこにいるのはフェイリスなんだ。
意識しすぎているのはお前の方だということだ、フェイリス。
そうなのか
お前は自意識過剰なのだ。俺にとってお前はどこまで行っても勝てる気がしない猫耳メイドでしかない。
That's sweet.
にゃ。ありがとにゃ、今日な。
Why is she thanking me? Well, she's probably admiring my incredible magnanimity. Okay. Now then, let's finish this idle gossip and get down to business. Please. Can we talk about IBN5100 now?
IBN5100 を探す代わりにお前が要求する交換条件とは一体何だ。よく吟味して条件を出すことだな。俺の右手は一度解き放たれるとあらゆるものを破壊し、後には何も残らないとだけ言っておく。
大丈夫にゃ。
Ferris points at the cat ears sticking out of her head.
この猫耳にはあらゆる能力を完全無効化するニャンニャンクリアという力が備わっているのにゃ。京馬の力が暴走した時はフェイリスがきっと止めてみせるにゃ。
I shouldn't have mentioned my hand to Ferris. Ferris's most terrifying power is one known as Dubbing 10. It allows her to steal other people's stories and add them to her own. I'm the one who named it, of course. The number 10 doesn't really mean anything.
さてさて、それでは発表するにゃ。フェイルしたらの条件は
Ferris chuckles, but I notice something. Her eyes aren't smiling.
タイムマシンを使わせてほしいにゃ。
Oh gosh. Wait, what could she possibly want? Yes, I had a feeling that was it.
昨日メイクインで京馬たちが話してたにゃ。タイムマシンを開発したって。
いかにも。俺たちは人類史上初のタイムマシン実験に成功済みだ。
だから人類史上初はセルンだっつの。
だが勘違いするな。タイムマシンとは言っても机の引き出しを搭乗口にしている青い猫専用の4畳半タイムマシンほど万能ではない。俺たちが成功したのは過去の誰かの携帯に18文字までのメールを送れるというレベルだ。ただしこれだけでもノーベル物理学賞ものであり人類の歴史を塗り替える超絶スーパーな発明だがな。
過去の誰かにメールが送れる。それってとってもすごいにゃ。ぜひフェイリスにも使わせてほしいにゃ。
Ferris jumps up and down with joy.
タイムマシンは我がラボにおける最重要機密事項だ。どうしても使いたいというならばラボ面になってもらう必要があるが。
Is she number 6? Number 7? Number 7, I think.
ラボ面って何かにゃ。あのね、マユシーたちのサークルの仲間になるっていうことだよ。マユシー的にはね、フェリスちゃんがラボ面になってくれるのはとっても嬉しいな。
右に同じくというか大歓迎。ぜひ入ってください。お願いします。
どうすればラボ面になれるんや。
契約書などは存在しない。必要なのはそう契約者同士による血の盟約のみ。
血の盟約。
The window is closed, but a gust of wind blows through the room. It's coming from the air conditioner. But outside the window, I see rain clouds cover the sky. I hear the rumbling of thunder inside my brain.
何時フェイリスによるいにしえよりハイエンシェントワードにて語り継がれる法典に従いラボ面へと加わることを望むのならばその肉その骨その血を天の杯へと捧げることを誓い盟約という名の洗礼を受けよ。
That's actually pretty impressive performance.
さすれば古代の神はそれに応え何時にラボ面ナンバーを授けるだろう。
何を言ってるのかさっぱりわかんない。
どうしよう。マユシーは血の盟約も条約も飲んでないよ。ということはマユシーはラボ面じゃないのかな。
マユシしょんぼりしなくても OK。 これはオカリンのいつもの癖なのだぜ。
そっか、いつもの癖なら仕方ないね。でもよかった。わかったにゃ。血の盟約を受けるにゃ。
With a grim expression, Ferris grabs the small knife on top of her desk and suddenly slashes it against her wrist. Why is she actually doing it? Oh dear lord. Oh no, oh no.
ペーパーナイフっしょ。
Oh. It's one of those like letter opening nights. Ugh, she surprised me. I clear my throat and pull myself together.
ではフェイリス、お前をラボメンナンバー007に認定する。
これでタイムマシン使えるのにゃ。
ああ、そういうことになる。ただし他言無用だ。裏切り者には死を。それが我がラボの掟だと覚えておけ。
そうだったんだ。
だからオカリンのこの場だけの思いつきだって。
ありがとにゃー、ちゃうま。
Paris hugs me by the neck. A very sweet aroma tickles my nose, and something very soft tickles my...
オカリン、てめえ、僕も電話レンジ作ったのに。
そうなのにゃ。じゃあダルニャンも。
Paris flies over to Daru.
オカリン、オカリン。フェリスちゃんが喜んでくれてよかったね。
Oh, Mayuri.
マユリ、お前は実に無邪気だな。
I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。
Oh gosh, here we go.
ああ、フェイリスはまんまと俺の思惑にはまったよ。所詮17歳の小娘ということだ。あの猫娘は俺との交換条件によって人類の夢、禁断の果実であるタイムマシンを使うという欲望を満たしたつもりでいるが、この俺、法院京馬の手のひらの上で踊らされていることに気づいていない。俺が猫娘との条件を受けた理由だと、そんなもの決まっているだろう。すなわち。
Then I twist my lips into a grin. My razor sharp shark teeth are probably glistening right now. Damn, I wish I had shark teeth.
あの猫娘は実験台なのだ。何？ゲド？とはひどい言い草だな。あながち間違ってはいないがね。
Our D-mail experiments have reached a standstill. Kurisu refuses to become a subject, and Mayuri and Daru are too dumb to be useful. We managed to experiment on Moeka and Lukako, but we still need more data. Along comes Ferris. She's going to provide me with both an IBN5100 and new data, 2 birds with 1 stone.
つまりフェイリスは俺たちを利用したつもりでいて、実は逆に飛んで火にいる夏の虫状態だったというわけだ。では予定通りに次の実験に移行する。すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択だ。
This is the choice of Steins Gate. Alsai Kangaroo. Alright. Someone taps me on the shoulder after I put away my phone. Right after that, they blow into my ear. This must be Ferris. Oh, I love that sound.
誰と電話してたにゃ？
Absolutely nobody at all. Ferris is behind me. She must have finished servicing Daru while I was still on the phone. No doubt she heard everything.
気づくのが遅かったな、フェイリスニャンニャン。すでに血の盟約はなされた。契約を破れば、お前という人間には破滅が訪れるだろう。 もう逃げることはかなわんぞ。
オーケーにゃ。んで、タイムマシンはどこにあるのにゃ？
She's certainly in a hurry.
タイムマシン。正確には電話レンジカッコ仮と呼ぶが、それは我がラボにある。
This time, we'll make use of the phone wave named subject to change's original function and send a D-mail by remote control. Kurisu should still be in the lab. I'll leave the setup to her. I asked Ferris where she wants the D-mail to go. She says she's sending it to her father 10 years ago. I take down his email address. The destination is April 3rd, 2000. It has to be at 8 a.m. that day, so we used an online calculator to factor in leap years, resulting in 86,168 hours.
ということはね、86,000秒も動かし続けないとダメなの？電話レンジちゃん、疲れちゃうんじゃないかな。
It's funny that she says that now, but when we send the mail back to, like, what is it? Rukako's mom, when it was 1993, that would have been much longer.
いや、実際にその秒数を動かすわけではない。
Our previous experiments have confirmed that.
放電現象が起きた時点で送れば、過去へは届くのだ。ゆえ、バタフライ効果により、残りの秒数についてはキャンセルされるはず。
The fact that the D-mail was sent is erased, leaving behind only the mail in the recipient's phone. At least that's what our experiments have shown so far. Now let's call Kurisu. Okay. I think we might stop here for today. Let's leave the experiment and like the whole world live jumping until the next stream, which may be Tuesday or another Saturday story time stream. I recently hit busy season at work, so my work week schedule is a little bit unpredictable, and that's why there's been a lot of delays and a lot of changes to my... Oh, I actually can't save now, can I? Okay, never mind. I guess we have to. Call Kurisu. Let's call.
ハロー。
俺だ。そちらの状況を伝えろ。
Can I save now? Yes, I can. Okay. Let's save. Well, written over chapter 4. I think that's okay so far. All right. Let me pop over to the ending screen and we'll just like keep it chatting for a little bit. But I wanted to, I guess, first of all, thank everyone for coming by and spending the time with me. We got a lot of support and love today, and I really wish there's some way for me to raid all of you guys back, but I guess that's for the future. Let's see who we can raid today. Who is on? Oh, Timey is on. But let me check Ferocious really quick just to see if there's anyone who's kind of in a similar Oh, Badger. Badger raided us earlier, and he is playing Sonic Frontiers. I think that would be a lot of fun. go Ray Badgers. All right, let me toss that in there and get that raid started. So I would appreciate you guys if you could stick around and, come say hi to me with me to Badgers. That would be fun. And yeah, thank you guys so much for swinging by, spending the time with me, sticking with me through both Nine Woods as well as Steins Gate. I hope you guys enjoyed your time, or at least, like the stories, whatever. And we will be back tomorrow with Darkwood. That's going to be hell of a time, and I'm very excited for that. So until then, please stay safe and take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. And we'll see you tomorrow, potentially, around the same time, 11 a.m. EST. Until then, have a wonderful night, morning, evening, wherever you may be, and I will see you then. Have a good one.